Alright, so welcome back everybody to game number 2, G1 League, Day 9 group stage action coming your way. LGD facing off against MUFC, and LGD, well, they just secured themselves second place in this group. With that win, they're now 5-2. They have 7 points no matter how this game goes. So for MUFC, they're mathematically forced into third place at best. And I'm actually not sure if EG can catch MUFC either. They have to play IG, so probably not anyway. But I'm LD of dotacommentaries.com of Beyond the Summit, and of course I'm joined here today by iceiceice. How you doing, buddy?
Hi everyone. And they're drafting very fast again.
Speed draft. Is this a strategy? Are they trying to keep their opponents off guard with this?
I'm curious to see if you'll pick Naga though, because Naga is actually open now.
Yeah, it's out there. So
yeah, I think they're deciding, should we Naga?
If they don't, I'm pretty sure LGD would. The Keeper of the Light and the Twin-Headed Dragon are there, and if you get Naga and either of those heroes, that's a really strong tri-lane if you want to run one. Or even if you don't, I mean, as dual lanes. Or we saw the Keeper of the Light, the great suicide lane hero, in Xiaohui's hands.
Yep, but the thing is there's still Furion in game as well, so yeah, I think it's gonna be Naga or Furion, unless Centaur is actually in the game.
You mentioned Furion, or Nature's Prophet. I don't know. I don't think he was banned last game. Maybe he was. I can't remember. But he has most teams haven't been picking him that highly. He's kind of, I almost would call him a forgotten hero.
I think it's a great hero, especially for your off lane suicide lane or your whoa.
Tidehunter first pick. Well, MUFC, they either want to fight really early, or I guess they want to have some counter ganking. I think this is a pretty strong hero in this version, since it's a lot about hero killing, and Tidehunter is great at either doing that or preventing it. But is he worth the first pick? I guess that's the question.
I don't think he's worth the first pick, but then you see, LGD didn't pick the Naga, so MUFC can actually pick the Naga now if they wanted to, and you can go with Naga, Angma, Tide, something like that, which is very strong lane control and engagement.
And they pick up the Invoker Jakiro on LGD, so both teams have had their crack at Naga. Nobody wants Naga. She must have leprosy or something. MUFC, ignore her again.
Yeah, they really don't want Naga.
They get the Prophet and the Queen of Pain. This is you mentioned the Naga, and so now I'm obsessed with it. I got to see if they're gonna pick it here. All right, but if it's not a Naga, what it looks like MUFC have pretty much very versatile lineup. We really don't know what they're gonna do. You could put Queen of Pain as your safe lane farmer, could solo mid, Prophet can jungle, Prophet can offlane, Tide can support, Tide can offlane. Hell, Tide can solo mid. We've seen it before, although probably not a good choice for us Invoker. Yeah, what are you thinking so far for the drafts? Is LG... Well, they get their heads a bounty hunter, and this hero... I don't know if have you heard of dotaacademy.com before?
Yeah, I heard he has a 90% win rate.
He's got like a 90% win rate in G1. It's absolutely insane. They do give away quite a lot of team fight, but they get their hands on the bounty hunter.
I think it's very good for this game though, picking bounty for the third pick, because looking at MUFC heroes, they can't really do anything about the bounty hiding in the off lane. Like for right now, they have a Tidehunter and a QP, and they can't really do much against the bounty right now. And bounty is actually a very good hero against nature's prophet, right? As well.
I guess the one thing they could do is push his lane, right? Because they have Prophet, so they have the extra. Well, actually, they don't have any pushers though, aside from the Prophet. So this feels like a pretty good game for Bounty Hunter now that you point that out.
It is. I think MUFC would need some stunners though in order to control it, like a hard carry with a stunner.
I'm just gonna throw this out there, even though it's not a hero that we've seen picked or banned much. Faceless Void reveals invisible units once he gets the Chronosphere. Gives you a ridiculous team fight with the Tidehunter, sets up Queen of Pain's ultimate pretty nicely. And, hey, he's got a stun. He's got the bash, although you can't really count on that. But there's a Chaos Knight. Oh, no, Chaos Knight just got banned, so... Well, there's Sven. Sven's the other hero that's... we've seen a lot of teams picking him.
They might pick it. Another hero that MUFC might pick is actually Tinker.
Ooh, Tinker and Prophet.
And Tinker and Prophet.
And then they have Queen of Pain as well, which is it's pretty much the lineup that just it's like they have teleporters or something. It's like Star Trek. They just appear out of nowhere pretty much instantly.
Yeah, it's very irritating. We played against it a while back, and wow, you don't want to play against it.
It's annoying. I guess on the side of LGD, it's if they do pick that way, it's really nice to have Bounty Hunter though, because you teleport in somewhere. You don't know if he's going to be there, and if anybody else shows up, you can probably find a kill on that hero, at least early on.
And Bounty Hunter can take Furion, Prophet alone quite well as well. You can 1v1 the hero in the lane. If they actually decided to just throw a Bounty top and go ahead and aggressive stack the Suicide lane for bottom.
If they want to do an aggressive stack, who do you think there's a Slardar, there's a Sven? Who else might they pick with the Jakiro?
Twin-Head Dragon Sand King? It might be. And well, there's actually still a win run in the game, but I doubt they'll go for a lineup like that because Sylar seems to be very LGD seems to be very dependent on the farmer. Sylar. And I think that's for Sylar.
I think that's for Sylar too. Oh man.
That's the style of LGD. They rarely stack against you. They will rather have the Sylar farming up.
You know, I remember you guys in Zenith, you picked Alchemist before he was cool, before he got all the buffs in the Beyond the Summit World Tour. And what do you think about the hero now? Do you think he's a top pick or is a situational carry? Where do you think he fits in?
He's pretty much a top pick, but he has issues with lane control still. Because if you actually don't pump your stuns, people can just really punish you for it. But if you do pump your stuns, then you're going to farm much, much slower. So it's quite... You have to make a choice between it.
They don't have... I'm looking at MUFC's lineup right now. They don't have any physical damage. Maybe Slardar... Can they fit a Slardar into their lineup? Because I feel like they really need some chain stun and... Nope.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Oh.
Yeah. This works quite well against Bounty though. Now the Bounty can't really come near to the lane. Rasta counters Bounty very well at the start. It counters any hero well.
I wonder if we're going to see the YYF pulls. If he's going to be able to get that off. Because... And I'm also curious if MUFC will be prepared for it if the Bounty Hunter does go there. And I guess the last question is, you said maybe, I guess there's a chance of an aggressive tri-lane. Alchemist not really a very strong hero, at least early on, I don't think, in those situations, but maybe they're going to try and mind game and put Bounty Hunter top and tri-lane bottom?
They might, but I doubt they will. Lifestealer is a very, very strong lane control, and Lifestealer in a way is a direct counter to Alchemist.
Earthshaker. Okay, they now have Earthshake, they have Fissure, and they have Ice Path. That's a stupid amount of team fight.
And they have Tornado plus EMP.
Yeah, well, it's Yao who... Yeah, Yao generally does tend to favor the Wex build. Do you even think I've heard some pros say you can't even go Wex anymore because his base damage is so low that you just can't see us in lane.
You still can go Wex. You definitely still can go Wex. I have went Wex a few times in pub games, and it works out pretty well. You just have to be very precise with your last hits.
Well,
instead of taking last hits, you have to, just harass the other guy.
Right. They have pretty good ping for anyone who's wondering. LGD, one of these Chinese teams that has fairly good internet, good connection to the Singapore server. So let's see what build Yao is going for. Blades of Attack. It's most likely going to be the Wex build for him. Xiao 8 on the Earthshaker. Sylar playing the Alchemist, heading to the safe lane. Early Clarity Potion for him. The DDC on the Twin-Headed Dragon, and it is the offlane Bounty Hunter, so maybe we'll see a roaming Earthshaker from Xiao 8, or at least protect that middle lane early on. Invoker, I guess this is one of his weaknesses as a hero, is you can gank him pretty early, although with the Wex build, once he hits 3, not an easy kill.
Yep, you have Ghost Walk. But it'd be a good idea to force the Ghost Walk out of the Invoker though, that way he can't really cold snap you much.
Right, and just a good time for me to remind you, just make sure you see the speech bubble, so
I see trouble.
I know it's a little bit annoying, but it is a bug, and people get mad if they can't hear the co-caster, so, or me for that matter. So, on the outside of MUFC, we have Sharky with observers and sentries. Looks like he's going to go for just the standard lane ward. Yeah, not what we saw out of LGD with the one that was a little bit farther back. Net already doing some tree killing with the Quilling Blade, probably preparing for some double pulls. He's playing. It's a net life stealer. Interesting.
Yeah, why is it a net? Oh wait, why is it a net life stealer?
He always plays support for this team, and he's not even the jungler. That's usually Ling. That's
weird.
This is odd. I wonder what's going on in the MUFC war room right now. Ken on the Tidehunter, also with the Quelling Blade. They're the team with the Nature's Prophet, but I guess they all want to make sure they can eat their way into the Sprouts to try and get some auto attacks off. Sharky on the Shadow Shaman, now journeying all the way to the top lane, doing some warding. And Ohaiyo solo mid. 6 tangos early on against an Invoker. Really worried about trading harassment with him. These item builds from MUFC, they're definitely not what I expected to see. Double Quelling Blade, 6 tangos on a solo mid, Queen of Pain. Feels a little bit odd.
It is very odd. I think he's just trying to abuse the low damage of the Invoker, since the Queen of Pain already know that the Invoker has low damage, so, you know.
Well,
get more stats.
Now we see what they were up to with these Quelling Blades. They're doing the small camp pulls as well. So Ken's not even going to enter that suicide lane, which means Sylar free farm on a safe lane Alchemist. This is, of all the heroes to get free farm, I think this might be the worst one to give it to in the game because of Goblin's Greed, although he's only skilling it up now. I don't know, have you played against an Alchemist who's gotten free farm? Can MUFC deal with this hero if he gets it?
They definitely can, because they have a life stealer which is free farming as well. And like I said just now, life stealer is quite a counter to Alchemist. Right,
he gets tons of HP from his ultimate and has low armor, and Feast is physical damage, so it is reduced by armor. But but if you don't have that armor, then it's going to hit you extremely hard. So you're right. I guess that's a good way to think about it. At the same time, the one concern would be that Alchemist is going to outfarm a life stealer generally. He's a much quicker CSer, so if it turns into a farm war, that's probably not going to favor MUFC. At least I would think it will.
It might favor MUFC because there's a Rasta in the game, but that depends on how much Sylar is going to farm though, because of the, Greed. Oh, they changed the name. Now it's no longer called Greed.
What is it called now? Goblins... Grievel's Greed.
Grievel's Greed, yeah.
What the hell?
It was supposed to be Goblin's Greed.
That's no good. Look at Sharky, saw that Invis rune get picked up, drops a sentry immediately, and Shao 8, the wily veteran, just gonna walk away from that. 11-6 for the Lifestealer, 10-4 for the Alchemist. Although Sylar's lane is pushing, so it looks like he hasn't gotten this next wave of creeps just yet, and still CSing very well. Both these heroes essentially getting free farm. SC getting some levels in the suicide lane, MUFC getting some levels through the multiple pulls. It's kind of, even the Prophets pulling, it's like they have a quota they have to meet, a pull quota this game for MUFC.
Generally, it's a very good idea to pull creeps for middle and bot lane, especially when you're in the Radiant. You are denying a lot of experience for the opponent. If you actually do a good pull though, since you can double pull and clear the whole wave straight. But MUFC doesn't seem like they're doing a very good job with pulling though.
Right, once again, we saw this last game. SC, just like Shao 8, gets already level 4 at 3 minutes in. Dare I say it, he's tied for the highest level in the game as an offlane bounty hunter against a tri-lane that's doing constant pulls, and now he's even looking to steal the jungle farm. DD steals it! Steals that Ice Ogre as well. Oh, so annoying. They do have a Sentry Ward here, but just no... You mentioned it, they just don't have that much stun. They have Shackle, and that's really it. That's the only disable for a support Shadow Shaman at this point in the game.
Yep, and I mean they're generally not controlling the creep wave well. You're not supposed to let the guy in the suicide link get level 4 so fast.
And he's not even having to work for it. The creeps are just coming to him.
Yeah.
It's surprising to see. At the same time though, MUFC, they are getting a lot for themselves, so it's not as though they're just giving away and not getting anything in return. Now the fight for the top rune. Yeah, I was actually trying to contest this rune, and in fact, Ohaiyo just gives it up. The blink was there, but he didn't want to jump in. I guess he's worried about one of the supports showing up.
Because he has no boots. That's one of the reasons why as well.
So you think he could have been killed there? It's a Wex Invoker who's only level 4.
Well, if you're gonna miss the rune and... Yeah, you might be killed. I mean, they have a ward there, so I don't think he's quite worried about supports coming down.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I mean, maybe if they're smoked. Interesting.
Yeah,
well,
maybe.
Not often you see an Invoker controlling any runes against Queen of Pain. It's definitely kind of unusual.
Yeah, normally you just let the rune go.
And
That's what I normally do this.
meanwhile, bottom lane, though, SC's in some trouble. Open wounds onto him. The Sentry Ward, he's just about to get out of rage. Dust is here. Oh, Ling, so prepared for this. Always come with a backup plan, and that's what Ling did with the Dust. First blood on the Bounty Hunter, so they do find the kill, and, well, that's an important kill because Ling was getting a lot of experience, a lot of gold.
Yeah, and that was a very nice dust, though. Normally people don't even get dust that early.
He's got dusted. He's still not that. That's going to help his hand on Midas. All of a sudden, he's up to 400 gold. He is rushing a Midas, so it looks like MUFC, they want to turn this into kind of a farm war a little bit. At least they're not trying to really pressure too early. Tide's managed to hit level 4. He has rotated to the top lane, and now it's Sylar who is giving away some experience he probably wouldn't like to. And I'm a little bit surprised by this, but Sylar has gone for 3 points in Acid Spray, despite having a basically empty lane. So not maxing Goblin's Greed first, and in spite of that, already the Vanguard is completed. This is a pretty aggressive build for a safe lane free farm Alchemist.
I think that Sylar is pretty much playing safe in case... I mean, if you max Goblin's Greed and... I mean, he'll be pretty much useless except besides farming. So, but if he has spray first, he can pretty much push the tower and defend a lot of things. Like if the bottom is pushing, he can just teleport down, throw a spray, and they can't. They can't push anymore.
Oh, shall we? What an impressive fissure block! But unfortunately, Prophet is here with the dust, and SC will drop. Sharky lives on 20 health. Oh boy, they are really shutting down this bounty hunter. I gotta say, this is probably the most impressive play I've seen to deal with that bounty hunter so far in the tournament, and the Prophet with the dust is what's doing it for them. Lane is just always there at the right time in the right place. Oh, and I got nervous, but Shadow Shaman just on his way back to base. He's actually fine.
I don't really like the items on Lifestealer though. I would much prefer it if he just get a boots and a Midas straight, so that he can actually keep up with the farm on the Alchemist.
Yeah, so far he's okay, but you know we talked about the build on Alchemist. He's not maxing Goblin's Greed, but once he goes back for it, if you don't have the Midas, how do you keep up? You really can't. So. Then it comes down to the team pulling their weight. The Queen of Pain, the Prophet, and even the Tide Hunter, who is almost level 6, doesn't have boots, and well, he would have them without this Coiling Blade, I think, just about. Ice Pet, or Dual Breath to start, the stun to follow for Sylar. This should be a kill. No, the Kraken Show is going to remove it, and can Gushing, Anchor Smashing. I think he might. No, he doesn't have boots, so I guess he couldn't have run away from Sylar there.
He would have survived with boots though.
I think he was like 50 gold short of his boots, even if he didn't have the Quelling Blade, or 25 maybe, so just a tiny bit short there.
Wait, what, is that his boots in the chicken? I mean the courier?
Oh no. Is it? Oh no! Oh no, he could have lived, he should have lived there! Oh boy. Unfortunate for him. Meanwhile in the middle lane, Ohaiyo manning up against Yao. Yao does have the phase boots, so... Yao now, he's winning this lane, it looks like. Or wait, the bottle just gets delivered, so slightly behind, but only very slightly to Ohaiyo. And
yep, I'm quite confused about the wards LGD has though, and I mean especially the middle one.
They have a lot of wards middle, and the hill ward on their side of the river. Maybe that was a misclick.
That might be.
Normally you want to put that on the other side, right? So you can see when they're ganking your lane. Both teams just it feels like there's something in the water today.
Well, but the ward here at least you can still see this side though.
Right.
Yeah, I can draw. Yeah.
That's true. Blink forward by Queen of Pain onto Yao. Is the dust gonna be here again? It's coming. Lane is here with the dust. God, he always has dust. I bet this guy buys dust even when he's not against invisible heroes. That's how prepared Lane is. In case someone repicks, he's got the dust ready to go.
In case someone picks up an invisible rune.
Yeah, exactly. He does have his Midas complete now. At 9 minutes in, sitting on the Midas, sitting at another 200 gold. Net 2,300. He could go back for a Midas now. It wouldn't be that late. It wouldn't be nearly as early as he could have had it if he rushed it. But if he doesn't go for that, it's got to be the armlet first, I would think. And well, he's almost got an armlet.
It should be the armlet or the Midas. We'll see it soon enough. And the Tide Hunter just hit level 6, which is a very important level for the Tide.
Did you actually get to watch the game? Oh, I think it was yesterday where DK was running a Tide Hunter. It was for G1.
Nah, I didn't catch the game.
There was a huge team fight. He hit level 6 literally in the middle of a team fight because he's one creep short. He hits level 6, and what should have been 2 heroes dead for his team turns into 3 kills for his team. Just pick up Ravage. That's the importance of it. Now Sharky being dove. Sylar with the roaming ganking Alchemist starting to move around the map a little bit. And he's actually maxing the stun. This is
still going to grid.
This is not the Sylar that I think people expected to see. I mean, boy, did he like to farm at the International too, but adjusting his game here today. And going for this very aggressive Alchemist build.
I'm very surprised that Sylar isn't going Phrase Boots though, because if there's a Rasta in game, the Rasta can actually ward trap you if you don't have a Phrase Boots.
Oh wow, that's a really good point. SC probably gonna drop to that Prophet ult, he will. And Ken is here. Ken has the wand, so just has enough mana for his Ravage if he pops it. A little bit more.
Yeah, anyway, the Life Stealer got his Amulet instead of Amidas.
Both teams just
flying in a career.
Aggressive builds from both sides. Neither team trying to turn this into a farm war. Sylar, the dive onto him. They do have the Ravage if the wand is used, but Ken is holding onto it. The tower's going to drop soon. Infest, I believe, inside of a creep. Is he going to pop back out? He's got to fairly soon. That creep's dropping low. Ken is Ravage. Ken is Ravage. Is he going to get it off? Needs to drop it. No! Dies it during the cast animation. Ohaiyo, the ult cooling down. Ken unload that ult. Ken unload a Screw of Pain. Probably waiting for both to be back up to ensure they don't just run away from him. Screw of Pain's up. The ult is up. Ult to start. Blinking in. Drops the Scream. Only gets 1. They're too damn tanky. And they don't kill Sylar. The tier 1 wasn't denied. No, it was destroyed by Lifestealer. And a buyback from Tide Hunter.
Yep. That was a very wasted buyback.
I guess he thought he could get into the fight in time, but LGD, what a fight for them. And I don't know, did they actually get any track kills in that fight? Maybe 1, I want to say.
I think 1, because the bounty died off pretty early. Oh, look at top lane now.
Yeah, Ling TPing in, going on to Xiao 8. If he had Echo Slam, he could probably kill Ling, but he doesn't, so Ling is going to pick up the kill. No, it's Net who actually does it. The support player now doing some carry work for MUFC, and so far, he's out farming Sylar, or, well, slightly behind because of Goblin's Greed, but holding his own as a hero that doesn't flash farm and being very aggressive. MUFC, the nice thing, because they didn't use Ravage, is they didn't use Ravage, so they still have it up, and are they going to push? Are they going to be aggressive? Sharky isn't level 6 yet, but he's just about to get those wards. Now Ken gets caught by Yao, Cold Snap on him. Yao, just some auto attacks, not really committing to this yet. And LGD starting to cluster up mid. MUFC, not really so much for them. And one thing I'm wondering if we're going to see it later on in the game is using that Infest, maybe on the Tide if he can get a Blink, or on the Prophet just to kind of get a global gank going. LGD really pressuring this mid tower, pretty committed to it. And Ken's going to charge in momentarily, I think. Where's that Ravage? The Tornado is there. They get the tower. Now they want to run. Ward's not going to try. Oh, they trap Xiao 8. He's blocked in against the cliff. Now Sylar. Oh, Yao's trying to free him. Xiao 8's still alive. Wards, we're not focusing Xiao 8. They're still not focusing him. How the hell does that cow live? Are you kidding me? Now Net chasing SC. Blinking forward is Ohaiyo. Scream. Needs one auto tech. Not going to find it because he goes in Viz and Xiao 8 lives. I guess MUFC aren't meat eaters, because they did not want a piece of that cow. Must be.
That was a very bad engagement from MUFC. They could have gotten 2-3 hero kills if they actually chased the right heroes.
And the wards were focusing Alchemist, who did go down in the end, but is it worth killing the Alchemist if you could kill 2-3 other heroes instead? Especially when he's not really going for well, I say he's not going for farm. Now he's got a cloak and 1,000 gold. The good news is Lifestealer is up to 1,700, and maybe we're going to see something like an early Desolator from him.
It might be a Basher into an Assault Curious, because you need the armor against Acid Spray.
Yeah, that could definitely work, and it helps you to... Eventually Alchemist hits so hard that if you don't have a Basher, it's kind of hard to deal with him in these fights. But that... I think he has the highest theoretical attack speed in the game because of his base attack time when he's in Chemical Rage. I think it's 1.05. It's really low. It's like even lower than... It's a lot lower than even Anti-Mage. It's pretty low.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he attacks damn fast. I think we all know that, though.
Yeah, we all know that. I saw this Hyperstone, or I saw this video of Alchemist killing a PA on Reddit. It was very fast.
Just stacking the Hyperstones and going to work. Net's just playing it safe on this bottom lane, and one thing we haven't really seen from LGD is this, which is that Bounty Hunter getting involved. Remember, Prophet could TP in with some dust, and here he comes. Prophet is here. Ling is always there, but is he going to be able to get range for the Sprout? He does, because SC walks slightly backwards, and now SC will pay again. SC to drop momentarily. Couple more auto takes. No! The Ice Path to keep him alive. Prophet, no ult. It is cooling down. And SC pulls a bit of a Houdini there and gets out of jail scot-free. Now the Erd from DDC keeping him alive, and LGD just really trying to force these towers down. Now they're going for the tier 1 bottom. When you see when you see a lineup that has an Alchemist and an Invoker, it doesn't really scream, let's push all the towers by 20 minutes, but LGD playing this lineup a little bit unconventionally. Do you like this? Do you think this is a better way to play it than going for more farm and kind of defensive?
Well, I think it's a great idea. I mean, for Alchemist, you can farm up no matter what, but if they don't manage to push down the tower, it's gonna backfire on them quite a lot. Cause, I mean, THD, Invoker, and Alchemist are pretty much very good engagers at the early to mid game. But you need to, prepare for the late game, cause Lifestealer is gonna be... I mean, Lifestealer is one of the best late gamers in the game.
So you're not convinced that Alchemist is a great late game hero? Net comes in with Rage. Yao dropping low. Yao already has the 4-staff. 4 staffs away to safety. Now Xiao 8 in trouble. Xiao 8 assassinated. Just the Queen of paid ult for him. Don't think that was necessary, but they didn't want to get Echo Slam. They didn't want to deal with that big AoE. Now they get a tier 1, so the tides have turned a bit. And they do it.
They get 2 kills and a tower.
And they have the Ravage, so what's to... And the wards. MUFC can probably go for 2 here. Although they are very low.
Yeah, the Lifestealer should go back up top though. And someone should definitely go bottom instead of letting the guy free farm.
Yeah, speaking of that guy, Sylar's up to 2,000 gold. So,
oh wow.
He's not really farming that much, and he's actually behind the Lifestealer. But he's holding his own. Now he's got to go back for Grievel's Greed, I assume, unless he gets stats. I don't think we'll see a stats Alchemist. I'm just a little, especially with all the buffs to this Goblin's Greed, I'm surprised he would not even take... I could see leveling up the Acid Spray first. It's really good for area control, but surprised he leveled up that and the stun in an empty lane. And well, it's working okay so far, but this could be a big trouble for him. Is the Basher on the Lifestealer? Net
he has a Basher?
Yeah, he just picked up a Basher. Alchemist does not want to fight head-to-head with him. Heck, nobody does. Now Ken gets caught, but he's going to have to blow that Ravage if he wants to live, and no, he's wisely not going to do so. No chance of escape for him. So LGD find a kill, and it's a track kill. 2 heroes getting that gold. Bounty Hunter's still struggling a bit.
It's very important that he didn't blue that Ravage, because if he did, then they wouldn't be able to go for the next engagements, and if LGD does decide to push, they can't really defend as well.
Oh, here comes the Prophet bomb. Prophet's TPing it with Lifestealer infested inside of him, and he's got the Basher. Gonna go to work on Sylar. Open wounds to start. Rage already used. Needs that attack speed to bring him down quickly. Prophet ult is gonna do some... I think it hit him there, but Ice Path on 2, turning it around. Are they really gonna live? Lane's gonna die to the Macro Pyre. DDC with a beautiful counter gank. No, it's the Tornado that clips him. Now Net giving chase. Just getting kited. The Rage may be used there a few seconds too early. Gets stunned by the Ice Path. Doesn't kill Sylar. And look how quickly he heals. He's back up almost to full health. Ohaiyo is invis. Ohaiyo has the level 2 ultimate in 5 seconds. He's gonna go for this, and Sylar, oh, he escaped, but then he got greedy. He tried to farm with 4 heroes off the map, or at least 3. In fact, I think some of them were spotted by this ward. Or no, because Queen of Pei was invisible, so never mind about that, but he dies. Yeah. He dies in the end.
And the rest of them was smoked up, so they can't really detect them.
Unfortunate. Sharky dropping some Observer wards on the high ground. And MUFC look to be prepping for a push. They still have the Ravage, they have the wards. Xiao 8 gets caught by Ohaiyo, but Xiao 8 apparently is going to live. Ohaiyo has some mercy on him, doesn't really want to dive that tower. And Ohio's almost got a BKB, which LGD, they don't really have many answers for a BKB.
It was a good blink though, where after Ohaiyo Shadow Strike and he just blinked away so that the bounty couldn't track him. I like that blink.
I always want to see the tower dives, but in that case, it probably would have been his death. You can't really tower dive against LGD except for the lifestealer. They just have so many disables, so much AoE and crowd control. Here comes the backstab from Sharky and Ned. They want to go on Yao. They're going to get the Hex off. This should be a dead Yao. And the wards drop. Very surprising to see them use there. He's got phase boots anyway, as well as the Force Staff. You can't ward trap this guy.
Oh, Sharky should have just shackled him.
Meanwhile, double damage Bounty Hunter finds a kill on lane on the bottom lane. Who had his this is some payback for DD. DD says, "Screw you, man. No more dust for you. How about you use that dust now while you're dead?" And then we're gonna see Prophet buy back and TP in with the dust. But, so DD does find a kill. So how are you feeling about this game? It's a lot more even. Is either team... MUFC seem to have a bit more map control. At least they're playing more aggressively. But how do you rate each team's chances now? Do you think anyone has a lead? Is anyone not doing something that they should be doing? Uh-oh. Earthshaker goes down. Ohaiyo is the BKB, and he just jumped Shao 8 there.
I think right now the MUFC is leading the game, but if they are not careful, they might just lose an engage to LGD and lose a Rex or two, since the Xiao is getting his dagger soon.
Oh man, the Force Staff just ruins Lifestealer. Force Staffing the Bounty Hunter away. This is kind of the counter to Lifestealer. It's either Mass Force Staff or Mass Ghost Scepter. Although in this case you're up against Queen of Pain, so Ghost Scepter maybe not the best choice. But it's making it hard for him to stay on top of heroes in these fights, and especially with Track, which also makes everyone run away faster. So we're seeing maybe the seeds of how LGD plan to deal with him. Lots of Force Staffs. Hopefully at some point they'll get another. As well as just using Track to kind of run away.
Can you clear Track with Rage?
Yeah, I believe any 4 Magic Community removes it, but then you can also track. You can track while someone's raged, and it'll because it goes through Magic Community, but Magic Community purges the debuff.
Okay, I was wondering why Ned didn't get rid of the Rage. I mean the Track with Rage. Because it was Track for a while, and you should always get rid of the Track if you can. I mean, you don't want the opponents to know where you are.
He's a man, or he's actually more of a zombie or a ghoul, but he doesn't care about silly things like opponents know where he is. Bring it on, he says. Of course, that's a perfectly legitimate point. Looks like LGD on the Dire side is prepping for Roche, but MUFC, the Treants are trickling in. Nice job by the Prophet. Ling has been, I think Ling's been the most impressive player so far for MUFC, just constantly ganking the Bounty Hunter, checking Roshan now, just being everywhere so trying to set up kills for his team, and still keeping his farm up decently. He's sitting on... How much gold does he have right now? Just went for an Oblivion Staff. I assume this is an Orchid.
Orchid, yeah. It's for the Alchemist, so that he can't really use his bomb. I mean, if he uses his bomb, he's gonna bomb himself.
Speaking of the Alchemist, he still doesn't have his Relic. Sylar is 23 minutes in as Alchemist and doesn't have one. SC is close to a BKB. Did spend most of his gold, but probably going to drop here. Ken jumps in. Ken has a blink, and that's going to be the death of DD. Everything's still up. Ravage still in line. Ward's still in line. Maybe could even think about Roche, or apparently the tier 2 top, and I wonder if LGD seeing this is going to defend. I guess they are.
I don't think they should, because Xiao only needs 100 gold for his dagger.
Bad time to fight in that sense, and yeah, he's gonna go mid and farm.
It's a very bad time to fight.
If they can get off a good Earthshaker initiation, a lot of these heroes are... Is he level 11 yet? That's the other question. Still doesn't have the level 2 Echo Slam.
But it's gonna be very hard to engage though, because if you jump the Dark Hunter will just Ravage, since Kraken Shell will break the stun lock.
Right. And you can't jump the Lifestealer. Well, maybe you can, but if he gets off Rage, then you're completely wasting your initiation.
Yeah, and you can't really jump the QOP as well if it's actually fast enough. So whoever you jump you're gonna get countered back.
So they pretty much have to counter initiate then. They can't go in first.
Yep.
Let's see if they can find the opening. Ohaiyo sitting at the top lane. He's in Viz. And Sylar with the Relic. This is such a late Radiance. Is it even worth it to get one this late?
I don't think it's worth it, and I'm not sure why he's getting Radiance. I mean, Radiance now isn't gonna be very efficient against Lifestealer. A Lifestealer is just gonna bash you to death. So yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, but a long time ago it used to give evasion. So back in the day, maybe it would have been a better pick versus Lifestealer. I think
I do remember it.
I think it was like 8%.
It was a very, very long time ago.
Yeah, this was like 3 or 4 years ago at least.
The description was like, the shiny radiance will make your opponents miss their attacks. Something like that.
Blinds them. Sylar gets caught though, top lane. In comes Lifestealer with the rage. Look at how fast he's dropping. You talked about the Lifestealer as the counter to Alchemist, the way to deal with him, and so far, boy, has he been one. Now DDC gets caught. Very manly. Ohaiyo jumps in, catches everyone except for Xiao 8 with the ult. The Ice Path not going to hit. DDC should drop to this. Oh, they could have had Xiao 8. I think the ult just missed there, and he lives in the end. Or did it hit him? I think it missed, though, because he should have died to the scream and the ult.
I'm not very sure. I wasn't watching there. I was trying to look at the top.
Well, either way, he lives, which means Alchemist back up pretty soon. He's only level 13. So MUFC, I think wisely, they're not going to try and go high ground. At least not yet. They want to get all these outer towers down, and it looks like they're setting up to try and take Roshan after this.
I don't think they should, because if they do, then they're going to be fighting in an area. Yeah, and well, that's like giving LGD a chance to actually come back to the game. So yeah, they should take it slow, because they are leading by quite a bit now, and I think they themselves know it.
What is Net trying to buy here? Nope, not trying to buy anything, just walking around tracked. He's chilling. SC still trying to farm this BKB. Now journey down to the bottom lane, I think hoping for the Prophet to show up, trying to find someone in the jungle. Not able to do so, and SC just... At this point, there's only really 2 heroes he can kill, right? It's just the Shadow Shaman, and it's the Nature's Prophet. And even the Prophet's probably not killable with the Orchid being complete.
Yeah.
Who can he kill? It seems like there's no options for him to really find these solo kills.
He can't really kill anyone. He should be sticking with the team, if you ask me, but he's been soloing the whole game, which isn't really very good for a bounty. You should stick with the team and get more kills, so that you can actually come back to the game when you're playing a losing game.
I'm surprised at how passively LGD is playing this game. They started off so aggressive, and then we're at a point now where they've lost all their outer towers. They haven't really gotten the Alchemist very farmed. Yao is getting kind of close to a Hex, which could be huge if you can Hex either the Lifestealer or the Queen of Pain before they're able to use Rage, use BKB. That could turn the fights around, but it's odd how aggressive LGD was being early when it seemed like they weren't as strong there. And now they're being very passive when this is normally the point in the game where you'd have your items up and you kind of try to force fights.
Yeah, and Lifestealer is hiding in a Prophet again. You can see the icon there.
Did you watch the EG games? Because they were doing this with Batrider and Lifestealer, just constantly ganking.
Who was it? EG against IG?
EG against MUFC and against FTFC, the Oceania team.
Oh, the Fumofu team, right?
Yeah, Sylar gets caught. Here's the Hex, the silence! Oh god, does he die fast with the Abyssal Blade not even being used there, in fact. Just a single Hex and a free kill. Shadow Shaman's got the Force Staff up. Net is going to get caught, blocked away from the Earthshaker, but Earthshaker's trapped. Xiao 8, rare situation for him to be out of position, but he's going to die. I think Ohaiyo not throwing the ult. Oh, Xiao 8 lives. Probably a mistake there to let him escape.
Yeah, but that was a very good Force Staff from the Yao.
Yeah, Force Staffs and Wally's TPing, which of course doesn't stop that TP, so he's able to live. And they still get the tier 2, and now they have pretty good map control. Do they go into Roche at this point? 600 gold up on Net. Sharky having a Force Staff and a gem. It's like LGD is just getting out LGD'd right now. This is exactly how LGD wins games. They don't really take too many risks, but they just find the right fights, they win them, then they get a little bit more of an advantage, and then slowly but surely snowball from there.
I like how the Roshan pit looks now. They should keep it this way. The green stuff around the Roshan pit.
Yeah, I feel like the whole Halloween map just looks so much better on the Dire side, in general. The Radiant looks pretty cool too with the pumpkins. It seems like there's a lot more detail compared to the regular map.
Pumpkins. I wonder how it's gonna be like for Christmas though. There's snowmans everywhere.
Does it ever snow in Singapore?
No, it's summer throughout the year.
I figured it was, but well, you say it sucks. Snow can be kind of an inconvenience at times.
I wouldn't mind it.
So have you ever been anywhere where it snows, or?
No. But I think I'll prefer snow over a whole year of summer.
Snow is great until you have to drive in it, and you live in an area of the country where it doesn't snow a lot, and everybody forgets how to drive. It's like all of a sudden they're all taking their first driver's test, just a bunch of clowns or idiots with no idea where they're gonna go. Ling has that lifesteal infested inside him again. The one downside is the lifesteal isn't farming during this time, but his Midas... Oh, sorry, no, he doesn't have a Midas. What am I talking about? But he's not farming now. They're waiting to spot someone. Unfortunately, LGD are 5 heroes grouped up. They smoke under the vision of their own hill after deboarding.
They're baiting. MUFC is baiting, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
This is a cute bait. This might work beautifully. Ohaiyo's invisible as well. He doesn't even dispel the smoke. Track to start on Lane. Lane will be caught. Blink in from Ken. Counter initiation. There's the Ravage coming out. Echo Slam not slowing down the Lifestealer. And now Xiao 8 in trouble. Xiao 8 being brought down. It was a beautiful bait. And everybody from LGD is just getting destroyed. SC wants this haster and he will find it. Net should really stop chasing. They can just go Rax at this time. Unless there's... Oh, there's a new Radiance icon as well. Purple.
Oh. Purple? Wait, let me see.
Or maybe it's always been that way, and I've just never seen it in act. He turned off his Radiance for some reason.
I think he didn't. Yeah, it was always purple if you turn it off.
Okay. So I've just never... Nobody ever turns off Radiance for the most part. It's just something you don't see very often. And now they're going to go high ground. Definitely Blast to slow down the push. The wards get dropped. Tracks in the back lines. Yao really doing his best to slow this down. I believe he had to buy back. Yeah, he did. So no Hex anytime soon for him. SC just Ooh. Look at what SC's doing. He pulled the creep wave so they don't have any creeps for the tower. But in the end, LGD, they're not going to lose Rax. Kind of surprising. Just they respawn too quick, I guess.
Yeah, their levels are way too low now.
It's a strategy, right? You just you give up a bunch of kills so that they can't push you because you respawn too quickly.
Anyway, I wanted to point out about the Lifestealer. If you use Infest on the hero and you hide inside, you can actually wait for the cooldown to... I mean, Infest will actually... You know, it might cool down and then you can use Infest twice.
Yeah, you stay there permanently. I don't think you don't pop out automatically at any point. So if you want, you can just wait until it cools down. Then you have 2 Infests in a fight, which... It's not really the heal that matters unless you're up against someone like Chen, where you get tons of HP from the creeps, but just dodging spells, getting your armlet off cooldown so you can toggle it again.
Yeah, it's pretty irritating. I do it quite often, which is why I'm mentioning it.
Yeah, so far they haven't needed to do it. Queen of Pain jumps in, had a haste turn, I believe, but Yao actually removes it with the tornado. And it's going to live no profit for that one. Who thought about TPing in, but I think Bounty Hunter canceled his TP, probably with a Shuriken, and forced it back to base. And now it's a Ken Bomb. Everybody's getting a turn with this Lifestealer inside of them. They're all... MUFC are just incestuous, man. They're all sleepy with each other. They're all staying inside each other. And now Ken is trying to jump on Yao. And this could be an easy kill. This could be bad. Let's see how it works out there. Yao is shackled up, or hexed up. He'll go down first. And in fact, the counter initiation wasn't there. Xiao 8 and DDC ran the exact opposite direction. A rare moment where LGD didn't have wards, although they were smoked, so probably wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Mirarex should be going down now because... I mean, Invoker doesn't have buyout, which is Yao, and the Ravage is up again.
And that's their big counter initiation. Aside from that, blink in, jump in from Ohaiyo, who wants to assassinate 2. He will hit 2 with the ult. Net now going on to Sylar, bashing him up. Sylar's still alive. Net is really diving for this, perhaps overextending. They do still have Ravage, though. Ken has not popped it yet. Going back for the hood if he needs it. Fissure will catch out Net. Beautiful armlet toggling. Doesn't lose the Aegis. And that Infest cooling down in 30 seconds. Now going to work on the Rax. 1 Rax will fall. Invoker about to respawn. MUFC storming back in game number 2 here. Poised to take it. And LGD just don't have the items they need. In fact, Net is going to jump in. The ult is here again from Tide. Getting caught by the Fissure. Still not getting that Ravage off. Now he does, but Lifestealer's dead for these moments. Oh, somehow Sylar lives. Unbelievable. SC sprouted to safety under his own towers. They can't get at him. They can't get at him. Now they do. The Quelling Blades are gone, but that's okay. Net diving the Fountain. They've only got 1 lane of Rax. Now he's toggling the armlet. Cold Snap onto him. Blinking from Xiao 8. Hex to counter initiate. Queen of Pain jumps in. Ohaiyo is going to bring those heroes down. Actually, Net secures those kills with an Infest. And lives! So Net lives. Such a greedy dive from him, but it pays off in the end.
You know, for the whole engagement, he didn't use his abyssal blade. I was watching him.
Ling gonna TP away from this one. Not able to escape. They're really diving, and now Sylar stuns himself. Sylar's screwed. Sylar will go down. Will there be a bash on DDC? There is. In fact, I think he might have just used the Abyssal Blade for that, as it's cooling down. But not able to get the kill. MUFC still haven't gotten the second lane of Rex. Too busy diving the fountain.
This game should be over, I guess. I mean, I don't want to call it, but it looks very over. Yeah.
We don't. That's something we don't like to say. The games are never over until the throne dies.
I know.
Yeah, but you're right. It's not looking good right now for LGD.
I mean, the life stealer has a daedalus now, so everything is gonna die in 3-4 hits.
Right. I don't think there's gonna be as much running away as what we saw before. Prophet's gonna respawn soon. To go for a 4-staff, and this isn't really a defensive one. This is more so that he can just force nice lifestealer into the middle of the fights, as long as he doesn't have rage up, because you can't actually 4-staff him when he's raged. He is magic immune then. But MUFC just kind of biding their time. The next Roshan up in a couple of minutes. I thought I heard a Hex. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Ling TP's in, gonna do some jungling. Ohaiyo with the Hex up now. Hunting for Yao. Yao, meanwhile, nowhere near his own Hex. And here comes the Tidehunter bomb again. He has completed
the Tide Bomb.
Tide Bomb. He's already a bomb. He jumps in and just blows everything up, but now he's got a second bomb. It's like a double bomb of sorts. Ken's waiting. Ken's playing it very safe. He's hoping to see someone walking up this hill, I think. Not doing so
I
yet.
think they're trying to go for the Alchemist. Yeah, they're going for it now.
Oh, he's so dead. Alchemist has no chance here. Oh my god, look how fast he dies! And he's dead. Almost anticlimactic, because it's just so easy to get the kill. Now Yao getting caught out. That's 2 heroes dead, and that's the 2 core heroes for this team. Should be that second lane of Rex. Probably Mega Creeps end the game. Do they even have buyouts at this point? Alchemist does, and Invoker does not. So, like you said, before they couldn't fight without Invoker. Now I think they certainly can. And there's still a Ravage. Sylar will buy back. It's the last gas for LGD. Here comes MUFC, storming up the high ground. Net gets tracked, has the Abyssal Blade off cooldown, has the Armlet ready to go whenever he wants. But Armlet's always ready, but let's see. Just trying to slow down this push. They lose the creep wave. The next one coming soon. Ken waiting in the trees now. I think LGD spotted this, but really not much they can do. Now they can't even stand near the tower, or the Blink Ravage will fly. Net jumps in, going to work. 3 hits to kill SC. Ravage on 3, catches out the Earthshaker. Beautiful coordination from MUFC, and this prompts the GG. So MUFC putting a big win together here. Unfortunately for them, they needed a 2-0 win here to actually take second place. So they're still going to be third in the group, but showing that they can hang with LGD.
Oh, I was wrong though.
You call it? You know, if MUFC had played like this in Game 1, I think they would have taken it, but a lot more decisive this time around, and Ling for me, the MVP of this game, just playing so well to deal with that Bounty Hunter in the late stage.
They're playing smarter with their safe lane, instead of letting the guy leveling up a lot and doing nothing. They killed the Bounty 2 to 3 times, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, at first it looked bad because they're giving him a lot of experience, but then they got more back when they kept on killing him.
Yeah.
There's their strategy. Give away experience so you can benefit more. It's like
maybe they're hoping.
It's like feeding a pig so that it's fatter when you kill it and eat it. Bounty Hunter, not much of a pig, but he's kind of a slim little fellow. Now the throne should die soon, so that's gonna wrap it up for this series. And well, you got a match coming up soon, iceiceice. Are you guys gonna be scrimming or practicing at all before it, or are you just kind of going in cold?
No, I'll be playing the Halloween patch. Either that, I'll be going out for lunch and dinner.
Guys, if you haven't already done so, you should follow iceiceice. Stand in for Orange right now. Has played for Zenith in the past. Will be playing for 1v5, which is sort of a Zenith hybrid in the Asia, which is coming up in the next month or 2, I believe. Follow him on Twitter, twitter.com/iceiceice.dota. And of course, subscribe to or follow him on his stream so you know when he's going live. That's twitch.tv/iceiceice. iceiceice, thank you for being here today. I really enjoyed your casting, your insight. Good to get a perspective from a Southeast Asian player. And I guess before we let you go, any shout-outs, any party words, any words of wisdom for all the viewers, all the fans out there?
What's up?
You really like saying that, don't you?
Yeah, I've been watching Scrubs for a little, and I just watched this episode where they said it.
Yeah, go watch Scrubs too if you want to be as good as iceiceice. You gotta watch the same TV shows as him, guys. So.
Anyway, I just want to mention I changed my Twitter nick after you gave me a link.
Okay, so it is twitter.com/iceiceice.dota now.
Yep.
Okay, guys, go follow him, support him, and stay tuned. We'll be back in 2.5 hours' time when Tong Fu will be facing off against Orange. And if you guys win that match, I think you lock up, unless you lose 0-2, you pretty much lock up the group with even a tie today. Or not the group, but second place in the group.
I think so. I think right now it'd be either DK or us for getting the first or second. I mean the first slot, first or second place.
Well, let's hope it comes down to the bitter end and keep things interesting for the viewers. So, best of luck to you, iceiceice. Thanks for casting with me today, and I'll let you run, let you have your snacks, play some Halloween map, and we'll be back in 2.5 time, guys. 2.5 hours time, guys, when Tong Fu will be facing off against Orange at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. SGT. We're on opposite sides of the world, but that doesn't stop us from casting together. So thanks for coming in again, man.
Yep, thanks for inviting me.
Okay, goodbye.
Hey, goodbye.
Guys, that was iceiceice. Again, follow him, support him. I think he's one of the most interesting personalities in Southeast Asia. And a lot of good insight in that game, so always good to have a co-caster, and especially one as knowledgeable as him. And stay tuned, we'll be back in 2.5 hours, but it will be Tong Fu facing off against Orange, fighting in that Group B to see who's going to move on as first, who's going to move on as second, and for Tong Fu, fighting for their playoff lives. If they lose 0-2, they're in grave danger of being the team that gets knocked out, along with Flash and possibly Natural Knight as well. Group B a dead heat to see who's going to get that last place and who's going to